Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Elizabeth Dr. E. Carter here. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, where I share an excerpt from my ebook, Elevate You 52 Ways to Dramatically Transform Your Life. We'll talk a little bit about money. I know that every day many people are going to work on edge because there's a possibility that they may be laid off. And we have to be ready in case that happens. We don't know. Every single organization, no matter what city, state, country you live in, there is a lot going on. And if we don't have a job, only thing, everything's the same. We still have bills to pay. We still have to get gas. We need groceries. We need to, continue to move forward, but we may not have that constant income. So today's tip is about creating an emergency fund. This way, you have time to regroup if for some reason you're laid off. The worst part is being pressured to take another job that you may not want. It's not your passion. It may not even suit your talent at this point in your life. But because you are so worried about making those next bill payments, you just take anything. If you start to plan ahead and start putting money aside for an emergency fund, that gives you a cushion. This way, in case you lose your job or even something else happens and you are working, maybe your car breaks down, something happens inside your home, you are able to have money to be able to get yourself moving again. Okay. And the money is called an emergency fund because it's for an emergency. You don't dip into it because it's there. You have a specific reason for it, and you must be diligent in understanding what it is and keep funding it and not using it for anything other than an emergency. Okay. Put it in a nice savings account. You don't want to stick it in any kind of investment where the volatility, you could have some money today and no money tomorrow. And even though interest rates may not be great, at least you know the money you put in will still, minimally, that will still be there for you. Now, here it does say experts recommend anywhere between 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. I say you would need more than that these days. That might have worked when the job situation was a bit more fluid, where you could find something else easier. But I find a lot of times, depending on how much money you were making, there is some relative time around how long it will take you to find something similar. So I tell everyone you work toward 6 to 12 months worth of expenses to be saved just in case. Because it's tough out there. Everyone's looking for a job. You have students who are currently graduating college, the handful that are 3 or 4 years out of college. You have people who are, older who are being laid off or retiring from one area and want to go into a different area. A lot of people are out there competing for jobs. So it might have taken you only 6 months, maybe some years ago, to find something else. Now, realistically, it's longer. So start setting money aside if you haven't, to be able to have that cushion so that, one, first of all, you can relax for a minute because whatever needs to be taken care of is taken care of. And that frees your mind to be focused on whatever it is you need to do next, whether that is getting your resume updated, working on your interview skills, if it's some other internal emergency, if your car breaks down, you have time to research to buy a new car, or something happens with your furnace or your air conditioning, you can research what's the right manufacturer, who's going to bring it in. All of that provides an element of time and peace and less stress. So today's tip was create an emergency fund. And if you already have one, congratulations. Continue to watch over it. If you want to put a few more dollars in there, please do that. Too much is never not enough. So that even makes it better for you if something traumatic, even from a medical perspective, maybe you need some type of surgery that may or may not be covered by your insurance. Lots of reasons for an emergency fund. So please, please, please start to create one. And if you have one already, keep throwing some money into it. I am Elizabeth Dr. E. Carter. Thanks so much, and I will see you soon.